The U.S. agent in Marvel Comics' real name is John Walker. His first appearance, Captain America, issue 323 in 1986, was created by Mark Grunwald and Paul Neary. John Walker originally came from Custer's Grove, Georgia. Inspired by his older brother, a war hero who died in Vietnam, John enlisted in the military but didn't see combat. He later underwent a process by the power broker that gave him enhanced strength, agility, reflexes, and endurance on par with Captain America. Walker first appeared as Super Patriot, a patriotic but aggressive hero who criticized Steve Rogers, claiming Cap was out of touch. When Steve temporarily gave up being Captain America due to government interference, in Captain America issue 332, John Walker was chosen to replace him. As Cap, Walker tried to live up to the role, but struggled with the ideals and pressure. He was more violent and unstable than Steve. His aggressive methods and moral ambiguity led to personal tragedy. His parents were murdered by a terrorist group called the Watchdogs, and he snapped. Eventually, Steve Rogers reclaimed the Captain America identity, and Walker faked his death and re-emerged as U.S. agent, a government operative with a black version of the Cap suit and shield. U.S. agent is not a villain, but he's not the traditional hero either. He's often portrayed as a militaristic, nationalist counterpart to Captain America, willing to do what Steve won't. He believes in serving the country, no matter the cost, even if it means crossing moral lines. He's been part of teams like the Avengers, West Coast Avengers, Thunderbolts, Force Works. U.S. agent in the MCU is played by Wyatt Russell. His first appearance was in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier TV series in 2021. John Walker enters the MCU as a highly decorated soldier chosen by the U.S. government to become the new Captain America after Steve Rogers' retirement. Initially trying to honor the legacy of the Shield, Walker faces public pressure, personal insecurity, and tension with Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes. His arc takes a dark turn when his best friend and partner, Lamar Hoskins, Battlestar, is killed by a member of the Flag Smashers. Consumed by grief and rage, Walker brutally murders a Flag Smasher in front of a crowd, an act that is caught on video and spreads worldwide. This moment shatters his reputation, leading to his discharge and the loss of his title. However, he is later approached by the mysterious Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, who offers him a second chance. By the end of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Walker dons a black suit and assumes the identity of U.S. agent, signaling a new, more shadowy role in the MCU. In both the comics and the MCU, John Walker is depicted as a mirror to Steve Rogers, similar in strength but vastly different in ideology and temperament. The comic version of U.S. agent is more extreme, often used as a government tool willing to take morally questionable actions in the name of national security. He's portrayed as more aggressively patriotic, blunt, and sometimes unstable, often struggling to earn the respect of his peers. The MCU version, on the other hand, humanizes him more deeply. He is shown as a soldier burdened by duty and trauma, trying and failing to live up to an impossible standard. His fall from grace feels more tragic than villainous, and the show explores how pressure and unresolved grief lead to his breakdown. Despite their differences, both versions share a core identity as men who believe in service, but wrestle with how far they are willing to go for their country. John Walker is a complex and often conflicted character. In the comics, he's aggressive, rigidly patriotic, and quick to resort to violence. His sense of justice often clashes with traditional heroism, making him an anti-hero who believes in protecting America, even at the cost of morality. The MCU version starts off as noble, but is gradually consumed by the pressure of carrying the Captain America mantle. He's emotionally unstable, deeply affected by trauma, and driven by a desire to prove himself. This internal struggle often leads him to make destructive decisions. Despite his flaws, there's a sincerity in Walker's belief that he is doing the right thing. This makes him a rare kind of character, neither a true hero nor a villain, but someone in constant conflict with himself and his ideals. John Walker is set to return in the upcoming Thunderbolts film. where he is expected to be part of a Black Ops team led by Valentina Allegra de Fontaine. This group, which includes morally ambiguous characters like Yelena Belova, Red Guardian, and possibly the Winter Soldier, functions as the MCU's version of the Suicide Squad. Walker's role as U.S. agent fits perfectly into this darker, government-sanctioned world of espionage and off-the-books missions. His future could see him grappling even more with the consequences of his actions, potentially becoming a wild-card ally or even a redemption-seeking hero. The MCU seems poised to continue exploring his evolution as a character caught between duty, power, and redemption. Thanks for tuning in. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for more awesome content. Catch you next time.